Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
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 सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय।
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय।
ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुति स्मृति ओम श्री जानकी वल्लभो विजयते। श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते। पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं। पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं धनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं। सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। We were seeing one of the most beautiful portions of Sri Ramacharitamanasa, where Sri Ramachandra along with Sita ji and Lakshman ji have gone to Valmiki Rishi's ashrama. And after Sri Ramachandra asks, "O Bhagavan, where should we stay? For 14 years that we are in this forest, where should we stay so that we will not be of any kind of disturbance to the people, the rishis, munis who are staying in the forest?" And Valmikiji's answer was very beautiful. First he started by the stuti, where he says, "Who are you? Don't try to fool me. I know you are Jagadisha. Your wife, Sita, she may be in this form now, but she is the Maya, Jagan Maya. And this your brother is none other than Sheshanaga, who is carrying the earth on the head. We know who you are. And if we talk about your Swarupa, then you are that Parabrahma. That also we know very well. And we also know that that Parabrahma, when it has taken form as human, I have no doubt or no surprise that you are living like a common man, asking simple questions. Shall we stay here? Shall we do this? Shall we do that? Prakrita Raja, that is also not very surprising. We expect nothing less from you. So you are asking me where I should stay. I ask you another question. Please tell me where you are not there. I will show you that place and stay. Say stay there. Why? You are all pervasive. You are already everywhere. But since you have asked, I will tell you 14 places that you can stay for 14 years. One place for each year. But we saw that these are actually not the places, physical places. What he is talking about? is talking about you should stay in the heart of the devotee. How is that devotee? How is that devotee's devotion? 14 ways are given. First he said, Jinke Shravana Samudra Samana, Katha Tumhari Subhaga Sarinana. First he said, go and stay in the hearts of those devotees whose ears are like ocean, where the rivers of your stories enter. Barahi nirantara hoina pure. They keep on filling the water in, but still it is never satisfied. Tinake hiya tumakaho graharure. In such devotee's heart you stay. Why? Because it is so full of love that though they know all the stories, ocean is complete in itself, but as many rivers come in, it doesn't say no. So as many times the devotee gets a chance to listen to Bhagavad Katha, Bhagavad Bhakta's Katha, he doesn't say no. That shows the love for Bhagavan that the Bhakta has. Go and stay there. Second, says go and stay in the hearts of those devotees whose eyes have become Chataka Pakshi. And the only thing that the Chataka wants to see is you. And your complexion also is like that of blue clouds, isn't it? Just as Chataka waits, keeps looking at that blue clouds because only the water that drops from there, the Chataka will drink. Like that, they are just focusing on you. They don't want to see this and that of the world. Just as Chataka is not interested in some water that is stored either in the river or the pond or the ocean. He doesn't want that. He wants directly coming from the clouds, rainwater. Like that, the devotees only want to see you. Those whose eyes are like this, you go and stay there. Second. Third bhavana, third place he said was, go to those devotees whose tongue is like the Hamsini, like a female swan. What is the swan doing? In the Manasarovar, in the beautiful huge pond of your glory, it only picks your virtues and sings. Go and stay in the hearts of those devotees. So those who do Shravana, those who want to have only Darshana, and those who do Kirtana, go and stay in their hearts. Then, with the fourth bhavana, he included all the remaining Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas also. Those whose nose only wants to take the fragrance of the incense sticks which are offered to you. Those whose tongue only wants to take prasada which is offered to you. Skin only wants to wear the dress which is first offered to you and then wearing. So all the remaining three Jnanendriyas over. Then with the hands, legs, speech, that also is only for Bhagavan. The hands only want to do puja. The legs only want to go for Tirtha Yatra of your holy places. And whose heart has no other support than you. Whose head bows down in reverence whenever they meet any Santa, Sajjana, Brahmana, Guru. So such person whose all Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, everything is just an indication of devotion in his heart, go and stay there. This was fourth bhavana. And through this we also understood a very important aspect of bhakti, and that is bhakti is not an action. You cannot say a person is going to temple, therefore he is a devotee. Not necessary. No, what I mean is that person may be a devotee, but one who is not going to temple may also be a devotee. You cannot measure bhakti by action. This is a very important aspect. Nowadays, no, for Tirtha Yatras, etc., whichever temple you go, flooded with people. Have you noticed? Earlier we were discussing, no? COVID has taught many things to people. One of the main things is uncertainty of life, which is actually evident, but when it happens on such a massive scale, suddenly people realize, oh my God, because everybody had someone near or dear who has died. Generally, it happens phase by phase. No, in my life, in my family, there is some sad thing, but not in your family. Then it happens in your family when nothing is happening in my family. But here what happens, suddenly everybody experience that uncertainty that you never know. And COVID did not come only to old or young, it came to everybody. Isn't it? Healthy, unhealthy, everything. It didn't have any kind of logic to it. Those who went out also were safe. Those who stayed inside also died. You never knew. That also amounts to certain kind of shattering that happens in the life, saying that what is happening, I need support. So there are many people who must have turned to, devotion for support of Bhagavan, and that's why you see now a surge of, devotion coming out. Yesterday I was in Pune. There was a procession. Huge procession. I asked, what this procession? So they said, Shivratri. I said, Shivratri is on 26th. Today is 23rd. So how come? I said, I am from Pune. We never had anything on Shivratri. Yes, Ganeshotsav 10 days, we know big festival happens. Navratri, from some places we hear. Now Shivratri, everything people want to celebrate. A good thing, I am not saying anything about it, but I am saying you understand. Just because they are doing it doesn't mean they are devotees. And just because there is somebody who will not do anything on Shivratri, stay in the room, doesn't mean he is not a devotee. You never know what he is doing. So the scale of measuring devotion is not an outer action. And therefore we also as sadhakas cannot say that, okay, if I do this is devotion. No, devotion is something which is deeper. We will hear so many stories, no? Weird devotees are there. Their way of worship, you can't measure. The other day I was listening to one very interesting incident about Gurudev. Swami Mitranji was telling that how each one has got their own way of devotion towards Gurudev. In 1992, when Gurudev was present in his physical body, one of his distant nephews, sister's son, something, distant nephew, came to Chennai ashram. And Swamiji was staying there, Mitranji, and he said, I want to write obituary of Swami Chinmayananda. Obituary is generally written when? After death, no? So Swamiji said, what are you talking about? First he got angry. Gurudev is alive. And you see, for devotees, the thought of Guru not being there itself is very disturbing. They can't take it. He said, you are asking me to give some points on obituary. Then he introduced himself. He said, I am so and so. I work for one. I am related to Gurudev. I know he is alive. And I am from media. So I know what happens. Today or tomorrow, we have been hearing about Gurudev's health. Today or tomorrow, it is going to happen. We don't know when. The day it happens, the whole world should know who truly was Swami Chinmayananda. It should be there in all papers. No, this is a very different kind of devotion. Some people will say this is very arrogant or... See, he is still thinking about Gurudev's, that message that who personality of Gurudev should reach. He said, generally we have seen when somebody dies, most of the people who are around are already so emotional that they are not able to write properly, or sometimes if it happens late at night, somebody writes something and sends it because they want to do it quickly for press, etc. Says, I want to make sure whenever it happens, there will be a proper dedication to Gurudev. That the entire media should do. Now you see, you can't measure devotion by action, that somebody is doing and pressing feet of Gurudev, he is a devotee. Now you see, this person is also a devotee. Devotees are of different types. Devotion is of different type, and therefore you cannot put rules. If this action is performed, then devotee. If not, then not devotee. You can't put like that. One very interesting story. One person every day used to chant Shiva Purana. Shiva Purana is very famous for, Shaiva devotees. So he used to every day chant Shiva Purana, whatever may happen. one day he went somewhere to a far village, and his niyama was, his daily schedule was that he will come back home, take bath in the evening, and then will start Shiva Purana. And he was on the bicycle, he was coming back home, and he realized that by the time I reach home, it is going to be late, Sandhya time, etc. will go away, I cannot take bath and chant Shiva Purana. So he thought, as I am riding the bicycle, I should chant Shiva Purana. But somehow, he was not able to remember the beginning. Now, it happens with all of us also, isn't it? Something that we chant every day. But if you don't remember the beginning, the next thing does not come. How much ever you put pressure. What was there? The beginning, if it is not there, then rest. So he was struggling hard and he was not, and he was getting very disappointed. See, every day you chant, you know it by heart, and then now it is not coming. You become very frustrated. So what he did was, he parked his bicycle on the side, he sat there on the roadside, closed his eyes, remembered Shivji, Bhagavan Shivji, and then he said, A, A, I, I, U, U, A, I, O, O, Aha, Ka, Kha, Ga, Ganga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Jaya, Ta, Ta, Da, Da, Ta, Ta, Da, Da, Pa, Pa, Ba, Ba, Ma, Yara, Lava, Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha, A, I, I, U. All alphabets he chanted 1000 times. And then looked at Shivji and said, I am not remembering Shiva Purana, but you remember. I have chanted all the letters 1000 times. You make Shiva Purana out of this and take it as offering. The point is, sometimes when we don't remember the beginning, we leave it. He didn't do that. He said maximum how many times a letter will come in Shiva Purana? 1000 times. I will chant all the letters 1000 times. Whichever letter comes, I have covered everything. No, this is a different kind of devotion. You can't say only with that Swara, etc. one who chants, he is the only devotee and the other person who... That logic doesn't apply. Why? Because bhakti, devotion is not an action. And that becomes clear when all the indriyas, the antarindriya, jnanindriya, karmendriya, everything is about Bhagavan. Tries to do whatever that jnanindriya is capable of, karmendriya is capable of for Bhagavan. That is called as devotion. And a person who does this, O Bhagavan Shri Rama, Rama basahu tinake manma, you go and stay in their heart. Then the fifth bhavana we saw, special, what do you say, sadhana of japa. Mantra rajunita japa hi tumara. Puja hi tumahi sahita parivara. And one who does puja of you with parivara. So with his parivara or with your parivara, whatever. But he does puja of you. Tarpana homa karahi vidhinana. He does different things. Tarpana homa etc. Viprajevai. Brahmana bhojana. Dehi bahudana and dana. Tumake adhika gurahi jiyajani. What a beautiful thing to say. He is telling to Sri Rama, one who considers his guru greater than you. Sakala bhaye seva hi sanmani, and serves that guru, is a true devotee. Sabu kari magahi eka phalu, Rama charana ratiho. And all these actions, all these things for what? For a single result, single purpose, that may I have that love, devotion for Sri Rama. Tinake manamandira basahu siya raghunandanadu. You please go and stay in that devotee's heart. Okay. We also saw this is an indication of Purasharana, where not only japa is performed, but homa is also there, tarpana, marjana, namaskara also is there. All these different things are there, brahmana bhojana, right? And everyday puja also is there. So that devotee who does this, stay in their heart. Now, after explaining the sadhana, then in real life, how is that person? Kama, krodha, mada, mana, moha, lobha, kshobha, raga, droha, kapata, maya. All these things are not there in his life, in his heart. One who is bereft of all these negativities and lives in the world without any touch of them, stay in the heart of those devotees. That devotee who has got Shuddha Chitta, absolutely pure mind, pure heart. See, I tell you, all of us have pure heart, but impurity is added to it. Heart is pure only. But because there is some desire, because there is some anger, because there is some kind of greed, then what happens? Then all our actions get that bad taste. Isn't it? Somebody will be a mother and mana. Then what? Everything that will come out. In every word that they speak, in every action they do, it will come out. But a devotee is the one who has no negativities. Go and stay in their heart. And seventh bhavana, which we saw last time, sabke priya sabke hitakari, dukha sukha sarisa prasamsagari. One who is loved by all and one who is beneficial to all. Very difficult thing to be loved by all. Very, very difficult. Why? Even if you do good things, there will be people against you. And by doing more good things, they will not come on your side. The only way is pure heart. And if there are people who do not love pure heart, you really need skill to be like that. Special skill has to be developed within you, that somebody who is so good at heart and so simple, still you have bad thoughts or bad, energy towards him. You need a special thing for that. So, leave those exceptions with those special skills. But this devotee is such, sabake priya, sabake hitakari, they are beneficial to all. Whomever they come in contact with, whatever little they have conversation, those people become fulfilled. Dukha sukha sarisa prasamsagari, one who remains equanimous in sukha and dukha, joy and sorrow. Prasamsa means praise. Gali means gali means criticism. In both of those things also, he is equanimous. He doesn't care if somebody praises or somebody criticizes. He does his job. Kahahi satya priya bachana bichari. Another beautiful thing, last time we were seeing. He speaks truth, satya priya. Speaks it nicely. Bichari vachanam. And very humbly. Not with arrogance that I am saying you must listen. Not like that. Words themselves are very, very soft. Full of truth. But depth is there. Because of that, sweetness. See, depth only can bring sweetness. If that depth of heart is not there, then sweet words will not come. True words will come, but sweet words will not come. And then bichari, on top of that, very humble words. Jagata sovata sarana tumari. And whether they are awake or sleeping, they are surrendering unto you. Which means what? Their sleep is also surrender unto you. Nidra samadhi sthiti. Isn't it? Shiva Manasa Puja, it says. For those bhaktas, their nidra, their sleep is also samadhi. Why? Because surrendered action. They walk, it becomes padayatra or it becomes a pradakshana. Isn't it? Sancharaha padayoho pradakshana vidhi. Stotrani sarvagiraha. Whatever they speak becomes stotras. Not that they have to speak stotras or say chant stotras. Whatever they say will become stotra. That is how these devotees are. And therefore they remain surrendered unto you, whether they are awake or whether they are sleeping. Tumahi chadi gati dusari nahi, and they do not have any other path, any other goal other than you. Rama basahuti na ke manamahe. O Sri Rama, go and stay in their heart. Now we go forward. 8th bhavana, we have already sang it, correct? Janani samajanahi paranari, dhanu parava bishate bishabhari. This is after, just before Doha number 130. Now his acharana, how is his conduct? Conduct of life is how? Janani samajanahi paranari. Every other woman other than his wife, he considers as Janani. Dhanu parava. Dhanu means dhana. Wealth. Parava means others. Bishate bishabhari. For him, other person's wealth is worse than poison. Means he doesn't even look at it. When it is said other person's wealth, everything that the other person has. Wealth not only is money, no. The gold and the whatever luxurious things that are purchased by wealth. Everything, if it belongs to other person, he doesn't even look at it. No desire for it. It will forget about having desire. Even somebody gives, he says, I don't want. Why? Wish. One thing is you will not go and purchase poison for your drinking. Second, if somebody is offering also, you will not take. That is what he is talking about. Not that, I don't want, but if somebody offers, I will take. When we were in Yuva Kendra and we used to go to somebody's house for Bhiksha with Swamiji. Now we are sitting with Swamiji, so we have to behave ourselves. We are youngsters, lot of energy, but we used to see here and there and little bit. So sometimes they will come and ask, you want? So there are some of us who will say, no. With the mouth they are saying no, but then they are taking the plate forward. Means what? Means we will say no, but you insist. Then we will not feel bad that we ate too much. The devotees are not like that. That I will not have desire for other people's wealth, but if they give, I will take. No. Even if somebody is giving, he will say, thank you. Dhanu parava bishatebi. Why? It is worse than poison. Earlier also we have seen in Bhajagovindam, etc. Isn't it? Artham anartham bhavaya nityam nasti tatas sukhalesha satyam putradapi dhana bhajam bhitihi sarvatra isha vihita ritihi. In Ishavasya Upanishad, first mantra itself, it mentions this, isn't it? Gurudev in one place used to say this, that even if you have no Veda left, all Vedic mantras are gone. If you have this one mantra, first mantra of Ishavasya Upanishad, you can revive the entire Vedas. That much power the first mantra has got. Ishavasyamidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bunjitaha. Last point. Ma gridhah kasya svidhanam. Every aspect of Indian culture, Indian philosophy, every aspect is explained in that one mantra. What is our vision of life? Ishavasyamidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagata. Whatever is there in this whole world is pervaded by that same truth. Therefore, how to live? Tena tyaktena bunjitaha. Enjoy, experience everything without getting attached to it. It is there for us. But how should we enjoy the life? How should we enjoy the world? Tyaktena bunjitaha. Through tyaga you enjoy. Ma gridhak kasya svidhanam. Do not covet anybody's wealth. See? Now very interesting thing he says, Je harshahi para sampati dekhi, dukhit hoi para bipati biseshi. Devotees who become happy by looking at somebody's progress and become sad of looking at other person's calamity. We are exactly opposite. When somebody is progressing, we start getting doubt. How come he is having so much money? I think he is doing something number 2 business. That is why. And then when their downfall starts, we say, good, I knew this will happen. Good only. He says, Je harshahi parasampati. When somebody gains more and more wealth, becomes prosperous, these devotees become happy. Happy for you. Grow further. Dukhita hoi para bipati viseshi. And when they look at somebody's calamity, somebody's problems, they become very sad. Earlier we were telling that dukkha and shoka are two different things. Isn't it? Sorrow and grief. They have sorrow for others. Grief is not there because knowledge is there very strong. So they know how prarabdha works, they know how, higher philosophy, how the higher vision is. of truth, that nothing happening is actually any real. They know that, but dukkha is there. They feel sad. Pavam. Any vipatti, any difficulty that comes to others, they become sad. Why? Because they are so sensitive. Their heart is so volatile because of all this devotion that whenever anything happens, and you see such devotees, I tell you, when something happens to them, they are very strong. But other people's sorrow, they feel very sad about. That is how they are. Jinahi Rama tuma prana piyare. And Bhagavan, for whom you, Sri Rama, you are more important than their pranas. They don't care about their pranas as much they care about you. That's called prana piyare. Who love you more than their pranas. Tinake mana subha sadhana tumare. Valmiki ji says that heart of such a devotee is a very good home for you. Subha sadhana. Very auspicious home for you. Right? So this is Bhavan number 8. 8th place. Now 9th what he said. Swami sakha pituma tugura jinhake sab tumhatat. Manamandir tinhake basahu siya sahita do bhrat. O Bhagavan, for whom Mata, Swami, Master, Sakha, friend, Pitu, father, Matu, mother, Guru, Jinake sabat tumhatat. For that devotee, all these things are you. Sri Rama is only my Swami, he is my Sakha, he is my Pita, he is my Mata, he is my Guru. That kind of feeling one who has, this is called Ekanta Bhakti. Na Ananya Bhakti, this is called. Nothing else, no other relationships other than Bhagavan. That Manamandira Tinake, their mind, Bhagavan is not a mind, their mind is a temple. Bhagavan, go and stay there. How? Along with Sita ji and along with your brother, all three of you go and stay in their heart. That is what he is saying. There was one very old Shri Rama Bhajan. I don't remember the full lyrics now. Pita Raghunatha Shri Janaki Mata. It says that Bhagavan, they don't have anything to do with the world. They don't have any relation with the world. They don't have any duty towards world. Everything for them is you. Choda sab rishte bas jana ek nata. Pita Raghunatha Shri Janaki Mata. He says, you give up all other relatives. Why? Because understand that you have only one true nata. Nata means relation. And what is that? That is with Bhagavan. Nothing else. I had already told you, Tomeva Mata cha Pita Tomeva actually is not a shloka on Guru or anything. We chant it at the end of Guru Stotram, but there nothing is mentioned. Tomeva Mata cha Pita Tomeva, Tomeva Bandhu cha Sakha Tomeva, Tomeva Vidya Dravinam Tomeva, Tomeva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. It doesn't say whether you are talking about a Guru or Bhagavan. So that same shloka, when you apply it to your Ishtadevata, Sri Ramachandra, then what it becomes? That you are everything for him. Such person's heart, you go and stay. Right? So this is Bhavan number 9. Now 5 more are there in the next Doha. Let us sing the Doha first and then we will. अवगुण तजि सबके गुण गहहि
अवगुण तजि सबके गुण गहहि
विप्रधेनु हित संकट सहहि
विप्रधेनु हित संकट सहहि
नीति निपुण जिन्ह कई जगली का
नीति निपुण जिन कई जगली का
घर तुम्हार तिन्ह कर मनुनी का
घर तुम्हारति न करो मनुनीका
गुण तुम्हार समुझई निज दोषा
गुण तुम्हार समुझई निज दोषा
जेहि सब भांति तुम्हार भरोसा
जेहि सब भांति तुम्हार भरोसा
राम भगत प्रिय लागहि जेहि
राम भगत प्रिय लागहि जेहि
तेहि उर बसहु सहित बैदेहि
तेहि उर बसहु सहित बैदेहि
जाति पाति धनु धर्म बढ़ाई
जाति पाति धनु धर्म बड़ाई
प्रिय परिवार सदन सुखदाई
प्रिय परिवार सदन सुखदाई
सब तजि तुम्हि रहई उरलाई
सब तजि तुम्हि रहई उरलाई
तेहि के हृदय रहउ रघुराई
तेहि के हृदय रहु रघुराई
सरगुन रघु अपबरगु समाना
सरगु नरकु अपबरगु समाना
जहाँ तहाँ देख धरे धनुबाना
जहाँ तहाँ देख धरे धनुबाना
कर्म बचन मन राउर चेरा
कर्म बचन मन राउर चेरा
राम करहु तेहि के उर डेरा
राम करहु तेहि के उर डेरा
जाहि न चाहिए कबहु कछु
जाहि न चाहिए कबहु कछु
तुम सन सहज सनेहु
तुम सन सहज सनेहु
बसहु निरंतरता सुमन
बसहु निरंतरता सुमन
सोराउर निज गेहु
सोराउर निज गेहु सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय
5 more places he tells here in 5 lines. First, avaguna taji sabke guna gahi. Those devotees who ignore other people's faults, negativities, vices, sabke guna gahi, but take into account only their virtues. They ignore whatever faults, shortcomings, negativities people have. They ignore that. But take into account the positive things, virtues of those other people. Bipradhenu hita sankata sahi. Those who themselves get into trouble in order to protect Bipra and Dhenu, Brahmanas and cows, means those who are dharma rakshakas. That they themselves may get into trouble so that these Brahmanas, these cows and these are all pillars of our culture, they will be protected. Dharma rakshaka. Niti nipuna jinha ke kai jagalika. Those who are expert, niti nipuna, they are very disciplined in following the rules of the land. See, very important aspect of devotee. Wherever they go, according to that place's custom, tradition, rules, they will do. Many people I have met, no? They go to other places. Because in Chinmay Mission, you are allowed many things. You go outside, those things are not allowed. Here everybody can do Gayatri Havana. Everybody chants Gayatri Mantra. Isn't it? No restriction is there. Everybody comes here and sits and studies Veda, Vedanta. Go outside, then they start fighting. You go outside, follow the rules of that land. Na? Here you can do doesn't mean everywhere you will be able to do. So when you go there quietly, when they tell that, you are not allowed. Okay. Don't fight. Human rights, not required. No, not required. Why? Because for a devotion, you don't have to be there. You can do it in your room also. They follow the rule of the land. In some places, if their rules are different, yeah, okay, fine. But they are ready to give up their life to protect their own religion. Dharma Rakshaka. Doesn't mean follow the rule of the land means if they are telling convert into I will also convert. No, no, no. You follow your rule. Dharma. See, this combination is very interesting. So those devotees who look at other people's virtues only and they ignore their vices, and then they fight for protection of the culture, tradition and religion, plus they follow the rules of the land. Bhagavan, ghara tumhara tinha kar manunika. You make their mind as your home. So this now indicates a dharmika person. See, there is a very interesting word dharma. Earlier also we said dharma doesn't have any equivalent word in English. Why? Because sometimes dharma refers to nature, sometimes dharma refers to duty, sometimes dharma refers to religion also, the famous meaning which is popular. Not that Sanskrit says anything like that, because we didn't have the concept of religion the way the Semitic religions are there. We don't have that concept. But dharma word, everything. Now you will see here all different meanings are explained. Dharma also means guna dharma, qualities. So his quality is his looks at other people's qualities. That's why dharmika. Second is he does everything to protect his or her religion, customs, traditions, culture, etc. And third, dharma means rules, righteousness, rules of the land he follows. He is a dharmika person. A devotee will never do anything wrong. Cannot. If he does wrong, then he is not a devotee. Right? That is how they are. This is 10th place. Ghara tumhara tina kar manunika. Bhagavan, you make their mind as their heart as your home. Now what next? Other people's virtues and vices he spoke about. That these people ignore their vices and take their virtues. Now what about their own virtues and vices? Gunha tumhara samujayi nija dosa. Whatever virtues they have, they say they belong to my Bhagavan. And whatever faults, shortcomings they have, they say that is my own. Guna tumhara samujayi nija dosa. So for them, dosha, faults are theirs. Guna, whatever good is there, belongs to Bhagavan. Jehi sab bhati tumhara bharosa. Those who have no other support than you. You will be studying soon in Narada Bhakti Sutra. Anyashrayanam tyagaha ananyata. Definition will be there. That you give up all other kinds of ashraya, support. That is called as ananyata. That is called that single pointed devotion. Right? So, anyashraya, they do not have bharosa, they do not have support or belief in anything else. They have only one place of belief, and that is Rama. I told you, Ram bharose. They do everything. They do not even have belief on themselves. They say, Bhagavan will take care. I am not capable. Bhagavan will take care. That is how they are. And Rama Bhagat Priya Lagahi Jehi. They like other devotees of Sri Rama. Not jealous of them. Not competitive towards them. Otherwise, our devotion is who has greater devotion. We want to prove. For what? No. He also likes Gurudev. I also. Now, I want to prove that my devotion is greater for Gurudev than him. Why? For what? You will have natural love towards all the devotees of your Bhagavan. then only your heart is at right place. There is no competitiveness there. There is no jealousy there. Those devotees, tehi urabasahu sahita baidehi. In their heart, Bhagavan, you stay along with Sita ji. This is 11th place. Now 12th. Jati, pati, dhanu, dharma, badhai, priya parivara, sadana sukhadai. He says, Sabat taji, tumhahi rahi uralai. He gives up all these things and stays with you. What does he give up? Jati, caste. Pati, jati pati. Pati means lineage. Dhanu, dhanu means dhana, wealth. Dharma, duty. Badhai, greatness. Priya, loved ones. Parivara, family. Sadana, sukhadai sadana, a happy household. They give up all these things so that they can hold you in their heart. They give up means what? They are ready to give up all these things. They may not have to. Anything that comes in way of me and my devotion has to be given up. Simple rule. Anything that comes in my way of me and my Bhagavan or my devotion has to be given up. Mind you, somebody will say, Vedji, I have a son. Because I have to take care of the son, that comes in my way of devotion. No, that is your thinking that your son is in the way of your devotion. He is not. He is doing his own things. Let him do. I gave up my son. The moment you will give up your son and start doing some sadhana, you will only remember your son. Anyashrayanam tyaga. Other way it will happen. Not running away from duty. It is said Tulsidas ji and Mirabai, they were samakalina. In different places, but they were at the same time. And both devotees, Mirabai's entire life was for the devotion of Sri Krishna, and Tulsidas ji's entire life was in the devotion of Sri Rama. And very interesting letters are there, which they used to, talk about. So once Mirabai, and whenever Mirabai will write a letter to Tulsidas ji, she will write 3-4 lines on Sri Rama and send. That's how we have some Meera bhajans which are on Bhagavan Sri Rama. Most of them are on Krishna only, but some are there. And when Tulsidas ji will reply, with that he will write 3-4 lines on Sri Krishna and send it back. So in one of the letters, heart-to-heart conversation between two devotees, she is telling that, my family, my husband was good, but my family stops me from all these things. What should I do? Tulsidas ji says, the family that stops you from devotion is not worth having. Give up. Why? Nobody can stop you from Bhagavan. There is one very famous bhajan, मुझे है काम ईश्वर से, जगत रूठे तो रूठने दे. My work is with Bhagavan. Now when I am devoting my life to Bhagavan, if the entire world around me starts to look at me in a very peculiar way and starts to hate me, criticize me, talk badly of me, let them. I don't care. Isn't it? This requires that strength. Kutumba parivar sukhadara, मान धन लाज लोभन की, प्रभु का भजन करने में जगत छूटे तो छूटने दे. All these things, if they go away from you because you are devoted to Bhagavan, let them go. They are not worth having. But mind you, all these things is for what? For Bhagavan and for devotion. You can't give up all these things for anything other. You can't say, because I have to earn money, I am going to give up my family. That is not allowed. That becomes selfishness. This is my main purushartha I want to achieve, and for that I am giving up everything else. Then it is not called compromise, it is sacrifice. Why? Because for something higher you are giving up lower. Sacrifice. But for the objects you give up people, that is compromise. That is adharma. to get money, to get some position, to get some status. You are giving up people. That is called compromise. That is not allowed. But for the highest, if you give everything that is lower, that is worth giving up. Those who do that, Bhagavan, tehi ke hridaya raho Raghurai. Oh Bhagavan Shri Rama, you go and stay in their heart. Raghurai. Sarvam tyaktva harim bhajit. There is no other thing that can stop you. This is 12th place. Now 13th place. Saragu naraku apabargo samana. Devotees for whom Swarga, Naraka, Swarga, heaven, Naraka, hell, Apavarga, Moksha, Apavarga is Moksha, Sabahu Samana. For the devotee, Swarga, Naraka and Apavarga, all are same. Means what? Bhagavan, I am devoted to you. You keep me in heaven, you keep me in hell, you give me moksha, I don't care. How much strength is required, you think, to say like this? All the time we are praying, please keep me in nice place, everything should be nice, happy, etc. We are fighting for Swarga and Naraka. If not that, many other jidnyasus, please give me moksha. Devotee says, you don't give me moksha, that's okay. You stay with me, then you don't give me moksha, I don't mind. As long as you are with me. Lakshmanji said that only. Isn't it? What will I do in Ayodhya if you are going? See what Sumitra ji also said. Wherever Sri Rama goes, that is Ayodhya. Go there. Jahan tah dekh dhare dhanubana. Because they have everything, Swarga, Naraka and Apavarga, all are same. Wherever they see, they only see Bhagavan with Dhanusha and Bana in hand, with bow and arrow in hand. That is what they see everywhere. Karama bachana mana raura chera. Chera means chela, servant. They remain your servant by karama, action, bachana, words, mana, and by mind. Kayavang mana. By all the three instruments, they remain your servant. Rama karahu tehi ke uradera. Oh Bhagavan, you stay in their heart. Now you can't translate this into English. Unke ghar mein dera karo. Abhi, how will you translate this in? Dera karna means it is more than just staying. You see? It's capturing actually. It's capturing the whole thing where you are staying. That's called dera. Dera dalna. Hindi mein bolte na. How will you explain in English? You decide. I have explained. Bhagavan, you go and stay. You capture their heart and stay there. Now the last one, he says, Jahiya na chahiya kabahu kachu. Jahi, for whom na chahiya, he doesn't want. Kabahu, anytime. Kachu, anything. He doesn't want anything at any time. Tumha sana sahaja sanehu. And one who has got natural love for you. Vasahu nirantarata sumana. Bhagavan, nirantar, always you stay in his heart. So raura nijagehu. Please consider that as your permanent residence. This is the highest kind of devotee. One who doesn't want anything and has got natural love for Bhagavan. Remember Bharadwaj Muni had asked for this? That you give me only one thing. That I should have natural love for you. Sahaja saneha, same words were used. He says, Bhagavan, go and stay there permanently. Make that your permanent house. In this way, Valmiki Rishi explains 14 places. These are not physical places. There is one place, that is Bhakta's heart, devotee's heart. But how is that Bhakta, how is the Bhakti? That is explained in these 14 ways. In Bhagavad Gita, in the 3rd chapter, when Arjuna asks why a person sins, that is there, question is there in 3rd chapter? There, no? Thank you. भगवान श्री कृष्ण एक्सप्लेन्स काम एष क्रोध एष रजोगुण समुद्भव महाशन महापाप्मा विद्येनम इह वैरिणम. You are asking me question that forced by what a person sins. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati. It is this kama and krodha. And he said the krodha is nothing but kama only, and that's why he has used singular. Kama esha krodha esha. Kama only becomes krodha. Not two things, one thing only, that is kama. Then he says there are 14 places where this kama stays. Indriyani mano buddhi asya adhishthanam uchyate. What is kama's residence? Indriyani. 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas. Manobuddhi, antarindriya. How many antarindriyas are there? Antakarana, chatushtaya. These are the 14 houses of kama. These 14 houses should become residence of Rama. Why? Because jahan Ram hai, wahan Kam nahi. Where Sri Rama is there, Kama, desire cannot be there. That's why that last one, he indicates, Jahina chahiya kabahu kachu. One who doesn't have any desire, doesn't want anything at any time. Just one thing is there in his heart. What? Sahaja sanehu, natural love towards you. Go and stay there. That is your residence. So these 14 places should become residence of Bhagavan. For us, Valmiki ji is talking about us. These lakshanas of bhakta are sadhanas for us. We should practice this so that Bhagavan will come and stay. What else is required, you tell me, in life? If Bhagavan comes and stays in your heart, very good. Nothing more is required. Shall I tell you one secret? If this happens, you don't have to study Kathopanishad or Kaivalya Upanishad, or don't have to memorize Ramaha Ramo, Ramaha Pratama, Ramam Ramo, Raman Dvitiya. Nothing. Not even worry about Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim. You don't have to do anything. If Bhagavan comes and stays in your heart. I am not joking. Really, I am telling you. All what we are doing, whether we are studying the Vedanta, whether we are studying Sanskrit to understand Vedanta, whether we are doing chanting, whether we are doing puja, japa, whatever we do, parayana, everything to gain this. This is the ultimate goal. But Vedanta says moksha. Yes, this is moksha. Bhagavan comes and stays in your heart. That is moksha. Whether mind merges in Brahman or Brahman comes and captures your mind, it is one and the same. Just now he has been telling you are Brahman, you are Brahman. Every Rishi Muni is telling. Still we have not understood. Don't think there is something different. It's one and the same. This is the final goal. If their grace is there, we will get there. Chalo. Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti.
Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti.
Veera Maruti, Ati Dhira Maruti.
Veera Maruti, Ati Dhira Maruti.
Geeta Maruti, Sangeeta Maruti.
Geeta Maruti, Sangeeta Maruti.
Duta Maruti, Ramaduta Maruti.
Duta Maruti, Ramaduta Maruti.
Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti.
Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti.
Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti.
Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti.
Gambhira Maruti.
Gambhira Maruti.
Gambhira Maruti.
Gambhira Maruti.
Syavar Ramachandra ki
Jai.
Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki
Jai.
Umapati Mahadeva ki
Jai.
Bolo Bhai Sab Santan ki
Jai.
Sadgurunath Maharaj ki
Jai.
Jai. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki 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 ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ